Right. Hi there, folks. Welcome back to another WP-Tonic workshop. It's number 5 of a series of 6 that we're going to be doing about LearnDash. You'll find all the links to the previous workshops that we've done on LearnDash in the show notes supporting this particular workshop. I've got my colleague Haroon with me. How he puts up with me, my grumpiness, my madness, God knows, but he just smiles back and he sends me an invoice that, what can you say? So Haroon, can you introduce yourself to the listeners, viewers?
Thank you, Jonathan. That was quite an introduction already, leaving little to be said from my end, but for the record, I work for WP-Tonic as a consultant, and I handle all things marketing automation, e-learning systems, memberships, and making everything work together. I've got like a couple of decades experience in the industry with around a decade and a half working with WordPress, and I also run Happy Cloud, which is my own company.
Yeah, sure. So in this particular workshop, we're going to get into it ASP, don't worry. But what we're going to deal in this workshop is how to link LearnDash with WooCommerce with one other great plugin, which is Cartflows. And Cartflows enables you to have a one-page checkout and do up bumps, down bumps, have a lot more flexibility and have a modern shopping cart environment specifically aimed at membership. So we're going to go through that and it should be a great show. So Haroon, I'm going to just take it away, do the screen and just go quickly what we're going to be doing.
Right, so I'm just gonna share my screen and jump right at it. All right, so as you can see, we're on the dashboard. Let me just hide the unusual plugins. And so we've got just our usual suspects installed. We've got Elementor, we've got WooCommerce installed and activated. In fact, let's go to the plugins page and let me show you what we've installed.
What I think would be great, Haroon, is can you just give a quick synopsis? So we've got Elementor. Can you just go through quickly the other major plugins that are related to this particular workshop? And can you give a quick, I know I'm asking the world here, but can you give a quick outline what are the benefits of utilizing WooCommerce with LearnDash and then Cartflows?
Certainly. So while LearnDash does come with its own payment system where you can process payments using LearnDash itself, you don't need a third-party plugin for that purpose, and you don't need an e-commerce plugin for that purpose. But often there are sites that have a store and they have an e-learning component, and then they're going to probably sell the course not just as a membership but as an ongoing subscription service. So in that case, pairing it with something like WooCommerce subscriptions, where you already have your e-commerce being taken care of within WooCommerce, that makes sense. There are other ways to go about it as well. There are other plugins to go about it as well, but our stack uses WooCommerce and WooCommerce subscriptions, our stack at WP-Tonic. And in addition to that, it uses Cartflows and Cartflows Pro. So with this combination, you get all of your e-commerce handled by WooCommerce and WooCommerce subscriptions, all of your learning management handled by LearnDash, and all of your user purchase flows, where you run a campaign to a landing page that is optimized for conversion, for selling what you want to sell, for selling a course. And then on that landing page, everything is optimized towards making people actually buy that course. And then there's no conventional WooCommerce cart and checkout process. It's just a streamlined checkout process that foregoes the usual add to cart and then go to cart, and you get the WooCommerce checkout page. This takes over that, and it lets you make a custom checkout page. And then in the whole Cartflows process, from landing page all the way to checkout, there can be additional steps in between, which could be upsells, which could be cross sells. So instead of just going straight away to the cart, one can land on the landing page, click on the buy button, and instead be shown a complementary product that, or course that you want to sell them in addition to what they're buying, or something higher end that you might ask them that, hey, are you interested in this course instead, or this membership plan instead? It'll give you the course you're interested in plus these 6 additional courses maybe that are related to what you're buying. So that way it can impact your bottom line, it can increase your revenue. So that sort of optimized checkout process is what we get with something like Cartflows.
Yeah, and would I be right in saying, and obviously I'm biased, but I think I'm basing this on fact, something like Thrive Carts or some of the other, like Kajabi or Thrive Carts or some of these SaaS, you're not going to get the kind of flexibility and customization that you're going to get with this type of system. Would I be correct?
Absolutely, I completely agree, because the sort of customization you get with a platform like WordPress is endless. There literally is no limit to what you can do with it.
That's a good thing, but it could be a bad thing, can't it? But as long as you keep it under control, folks, because we have benefited is that a lot of clientele, they want to do something and they find their SaaS-based platform just can't do it and never will be able to do it. And maybe sooner than later they should have moved to WordPress, because they wouldn't have had that problem. Because when you've built out a very large membership website on a SaaS-based platform, moving it all to WordPress is not a small undertaking. So maybe you should have moved earlier than later, but maybe I'm biased. I am. I think the other thing, before we go into the meat and potatoes of here, the other thing that I hear constantly, which I think is really miscommunication and propaganda, Haroon, is, I don't want to use WooCommerce. I've heard that it's a resource hog, and also it's a nightmare to keep updated. Obviously, if they're utilizing WP-Tonic, they don't have that problem. But secondly, we're talking about utilizing WooCommerce as an engine. Based on my WooCommerce experience, some of the major problems are when you update WooCommerce and you're utilizing the custom templates, and you've customized them a lot. Updating WooCommerce can be quite an undertaking, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about utilizing it as a back-end engine. So a lot of this propaganda, I think, is propaganda. Would you agree with that?
I agree. And when it comes to scaling, any platform can become a resource hog if you throw enough products and enough traffic at it. But there are certain vendors who, like Shopify, for instance, they're going to completely obscure all of that from you, which is a good thing in itself. But when you consider what you're giving up for that, the level of customization, the level of control over your system, the level of I can just install Cartflows and completely customize the checkout experience of WooCommerce, and you can't simply do that with Shopify. It's a lot more complex than that, and it's a lot costly. It's a lot more costly than that when it comes to doing the same with Shopify. The plugins are more expensive. The customization is limited and more expensive. So
and linking it to my experience based on membership, which is what we specialize in. If you got the kind of membership level that we're talking about, which is in thousands, plus adding WooCommerce to your hosting infrastructure isn't going to make much of a difference, because if you've got, if you've got a pretty meaty setup anyway, which you get with WP-Tonic anyway, but the reality, it ain't going to make much difference because you're in membership anyway. So
Yes.
so
That's going to be, sorry.
go on.
Yeah, that's going to be a good problem to have. Your WooCommerce running out of resources means that your server has enough traffic, you're getting enough members, there are enough people making the purchases that you need more server resources. So that's
the kind of problems that you should love to have. Because,
yes.
So I think I've waffled enough. So I just wanted to put that to you because I think a lot of those that are watching this video have probably heard that. And like I say, I think we've dealt with that key subject. So I thought it was important. Hopefully you agree, Haroon. So I'm sorry. Right.
All right. So now we have both WooCommerce and WooCommerce subscriptions and Cartflows and Cartflows Pro installed. So these are the 4 plugins I've added since our last session. Other than that, we just have LearnDash Elementor Pro and pretty much LearnDash and Elementor Pro was all that we were working with before. So now we have these plugins installed, and WooCommerce is free. And Cartflows Basic is free, but Cartflows Pro and WooCommerce subscription, both of these cost, but they're very reasonably priced for what they deliver. So now that we have these installed, we get a few extra items over here. We see the Cartflows menu, which we're going to come to later. And under WooCommerce, we now get to see subscriptions as well. And when you go create a subscription, you're not going to create it from WooCommerce submenu subscriptions. You're going to go to products and you're going to create a product. And while creating a product, you define the product type to be a subscription product. So there's no separate, creating a subscription over here. You just create a product and that is your subscription product. When someone buys a subscription product, they're not buying a product, they're essentially buying a subscription. So let's just call it Course A. Course A plan, or you name whatever you want to name it. Or in fact, let's name it something more realistic. So let's take a look at the courses we have. I'm going to open the courses in a new tab. And so let's say we have a dev plan, or maybe development courses. Carefully selected courses aimed at aspiring developers. So that's just the product name, product description, and maybe we want to add a featured image. So I'm just going to select one of those random images that we have over here, because that's not all that important right now. Let me just select something once enough images load. I think I'm going to select the let's just select this one. Yeah. And now over here in product data, we're going to make this a simple subscription. And then we're going to set a price for it. Let's say $5 every month. And maybe we want it to expire after 12 months. So in that case, it's just going to bill for a year, bill $5 every month for a year, and then expire after a year. And you can also add a sign-up fee, but usually it's not a good idea to have a sign-up fee and a recurring monthly fee. So I would generally not add that. And maybe you want to add a trial. Let's not do that in our case for now. And there's no sale price required. Just the regular price is fine for now. And that's pretty much about it when it comes to creating the subscription itself. So now this subscription product has been created. Let's view it in a new tab. We haven't really built the template for it, but you've seen how we build templates for single blog posts, single pages, single courses. The same way you can build an Elementor-based template for a single product as well. And you see there's a price over here, there's a sign up button. You want to add more text, you can add it in the product short description as well. This also shows up in places, and then this is the actual long description text. So let me actually add this to the short description. And let's generate some lorem ipsum text for the main description area. And update. So now over here you see the short description, and over here you see the long description, which is all the detailed text of the product. So now if someone wants to buy this, they're going to click sign up now. And in fact, let me show you the flow in an incognito window. And you can customize the text of this button as well. You can make it say whatever you'd like it to say. But by default, it says sign up now for subscriptions. So if we click this, it's going to add the product to your cart, and then you can view cart, and you can then check out. But for now, we are unable to view cart because of our WooCommerce settings. They haven't been really configured to do a checkout at the moment. So for that, we're going to need to go in and configure WooCommerce. That would that be in the scope of this session, or shall I just skip that in this session, because that's going to be WooCommerce configuration rather than...
yeah, I think that'd be pretty large, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So we're going to skip that for now, and I'm going to show you how to link your LearnDash courses with subscriptions, so that when someone purchases a subscription, they get access to your LearnDash courses, which is the primary objective of you using WooCommerce over here. And then we're going to jump over to Cartflows afterwards. So now the subscription product that we've made over here, we've got some options over here, linked product, sorry. These are upsells and cross sells. No, what we're looking for is not Cartflows. Actually, what we're looking for is, let me get to LearnDash actually, and LearnDash settings. in advanced, sorry, it's not in advanced. Sorry, just a second. Let me take a look at courses. When you deal with so many different plugins all the time, at times something that was on your supposed to be on your fingertips, you're lost thinking of where to find that option. That's one of the things about managing everything in a self-hosted system that can get overwhelming at times, even for people who have been dealing with this for years, for even over a decade, is the amount of options, the number of options, the number of settings is just endless. And different plugins have those same options in different places. So that's also a bit of an issue at times. Okay, over here in settings. Yes. So over here in settings, we have this course access mode when we go to edit a course. So for now, this course is open. It's not protected. Any user can access its content without even the need to be logged in. And
Well, we can't have that, can we?
yeah, absolutely. The second option.
They've got to pay for their membership.
Oh, yes. So the second option is something that you're gonna often use because maybe you want to give one basic course for free. That's just sort of a lead magnet to hook people up and to get them to register, to get them to become even a free member of your site by purchasing. By just registering an account. That way you get their email address and they get a free course. So this is an option that you might use for at least one course. Generally, many sites, they choose to do that. That way the course is still protected. It's not open for all, but one has to register and enroll into it to be able to access it. But then for most courses, you're gonna use the buy now option or some other option. So for example, over here, the buy now option would restrict the course based on LearnDash's built-in PayPal or Stripe payment system. You're going to set a price. You're going to set a URL where people would visit to enroll into it. And that URL could be a page you've built with Elementor. It could be a landing page. If you don't set a URL, then by default, the course's own page would allow people to register as well. Or it could also have a recurring model. This is similar to WooCommerce subscriptions, but this is built into LearnDash. Its built-in PayPal and Stripe payment gateway would allow you to give it a recurring price. So someone wants access to this course on a recurring basis. You set a price, you set a billing cycle, and you select the interval, days, weeks, months, years. And then you can set how many times will it recur maximum. Like you don't want it to recur beyond 12 months. And you can set a trial price, a duration for trial, and an enrollment URL. And then this one is this option, this closed option is what we're gonna use. The course can only be accessed through admin enrollment, which is manual, or group enrollment, or integration, which is shopping cart or membership enrollment. So this way you can only access the course if someone purchases it through WooCommerce or through some other payment system that you've got. So in this case, on the courses page, no enrollment button will be displayed unless a URL is set, which we will have to use in our use case. So in that case, you can just set a course price over here of your choice. Let's say we set this price to be, maybe you don't even need to display a price. Or if you're only associating it with a subscription, you might not need to even display a price. So let's call it 5, or let's just not display a price. And you add a button URL over here and you update this, and then it's gonna let you set up this course to be accessible by those who purchase a particular membership plan. So that's how you restrict a course over here. And now we're gonna go to, let's go back to courses. And let's now go to groups. So in groups over here, let's add a new group. And let's call this group development. I'm going to publish this group. And then we're going to go to the group's settings, and yeah, in access mode, the group would be set to, so we have the same options, but this would essentially be a group of all the courses that we want to associate with our development courses product that we've created. So we're going to set it to closed. And wait a second, where did all of the other buttons go all of a sudden? Sorry, let me reload this.
Yeah, I think based on my experience, Haroon, this particular bit that we're covering causes a lot of people confusion that they need to go into the LearnDash settings and switch that off for WooCommerce to work, which you've just shown. It's not, I think we're really giving a service by showing that, because it's the number, I think it's one of the key things that causes a lot of newbies when they want to have them utilize WooCommerce, because it's got a gateway provider, which we didn't touch. That's the other reason why you might have to utilize WooCommerce, is that you want to utilize a particular gateway provider like authorized.net, or a particular one for your country, which Stripe isn't offered, or you don't want to use Stripe or PayPal, or all the other reasons that we've given. And that what you've just shown is the thing that causes a lot of people confusion, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, there does seem to be one piece of the puzzle that I am missing here right now. Yes. There is one important plugin that I completely missed installing. And my apologies for that. No wonder I wasn't seeing the options that I was expecting to see over there. And that plugin is, let's go to LearnDash add-ons. WooCommerce for LearnDash. All right, so now that we have WooCommerce for LearnDash installed, now when we go to groups or courses for that matter, we should see the right options in the settings. No, wait. Let's go to our products. and edit the product that we've created. In the meantime, I'm going to add the courses that I want to add to this group. So we're going to add development for designers. We're going to add web design, and we're going to add mobile app design. Although this is design, but this is more along design for development or development for designers. And so for our use case, this will work perfectly. And so these are the courses in the group. And we can automatically enroll people into groups when they enroll into courses as well. We don't need to do that. We want people who enroll into this group to have access to these courses. We've updated it. And over here, when we're editing the product, the association of the product with the course. I swear I've done it 1,000 times, but I'm just missing the linking bit right now. Let's go back to our courses. Let's edit the same one. Go to settings. I think this is something that we're going to have to revisit. For now, let me actually...
Yeah, we'll have to cover it next week.
Yes.
We're going to do a roundup of some of the things. It's going to be the last in the series, and we're just going to do a roundup, and this probably have to be one of the roundups. So what do you... We got about another 15 minutes, and then we need to wrap it up. What?
So we can go through Cartflows.
Yeah, let's look at Cartflows.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, so an overview of Cartflows for now, and just discard some of what you saw right now, and apologies for that bit of a waste of time. I'm just unable to recall something that I've done 1,000 times, and having...
Happens to me every hour of the day, Aaron.
So glad to know I'm not the only one, but happening...
I'm lucky to, at the end of a long day, Haroon, I'm lucky to remember my own name.
All right, so let's just get an overview of what we get with Cartflows. So we're gonna come to this Cartflows section and click home just to get an overview. Let me close all the other unrelated things for now. And so this is just an overview page of Cartflows. It shows you revenue that you've earned from your flows, your visits, and some stats. But flows is where it all happens. So over here, you can create a new flow by clicking Add New. And then you have a plethora of templates, many of them available only for Pro Plan users, but some available for free plan users as well. And these templates mean that you don't really have to build a customized cart flow on your own. You get a template, you can modify the images in it, you can modify the colors in it, and you get something that's been built by a professional that's meant to sell what you want to sell. So let's see if we have something related to course over here. Or otherwise, we can just use something that's like more like generic, evergreen, inline checkout, ebook, protein supplement, beauty product, ebook, weight loss,
Got a search
organic tea.
facility. Can you search? I'm sure they've got something under membership.
Yeah, this should be email marketing course. Let's just use
Yeah,
this.
that would
Yeah.
do.
So view all steps. You can view the
I've
steps.
used this quite a few times. It works quite well.
Right. So you can view the steps in all of the flows that they offer. Some have more steps, some have a few less steps. So this one has this landing page first and foremost, and this is the page where any of your ad campaigns will redirect traffic. This is where people would land, get to learn about what is it that you're trying to sell, and then it'll have the sole purpose of this page would be to make people click this button, which is going to be in multiple
and I want to say to
locations.
folks, this, this is, we're going to cover this in our last next week, but this is opening up a whole great set of things. Is that this really integrates well with Fluent CRM, marketing automation, and the email, the marketing automation, all this stuff you get with WP-Tonic, all included, and we set it up for you, and it's all part of the deal at WP-Tonic. And this, you get a bundle that outperforms like a number. What's one? My mind. I'm having a brain fart myself. What's the main? Well, you got Kajabi. You got, what's the other one? Cart funnels.
ClickFunnels.
ClickFunnels. You get something that's more powerful than ClickFunnels, and they're charging you $4,000 a year to use it. So it's amazing, isn't it, Arun?
Oh yes, absolutely. I completely agree. So it has this one landing page, and then it has this upsell page. So when they click the CTA, send me the free copy now, or this start the free course now button, that takes you to this second page where you try to sell them the full version for money, where you can actually charge them. So you've lured them in with the free option that you're going to give them. If they want it, you're still going to give them. So it's not like you're only luring them in with the full option and with the free option and then making them pay. You're just presenting the paid one as an option to them in the next step before they actually purchase it. And here you show them the benefits of what they get in addition to the free option. So you really get a chance, like, you know that they're interested. They've clicked the button that says, I want the free option. So you already know that this is a subject that interests them. Then you get a chance to sell them on the paid option. So over here, if they either choose to just download the free option, you'd have buttons accordingly available for that, or they click get the premium version. Now the get the premium version will not only add the product to their cart, it's just going to skip the WooCommerce cart altogether, and it's going to bring them to a custom checkout page. And on that checkout page, they're going to be able to just order it right away. It's going to have a really nice order form. And then once they've purchased it from that order form, it's going to take them to this really nice thank you page as well, which is custom built for this particular checkout. It's not going to apply on any other product. It's only going to apply to the product that you've associated with this particular cart flow. So that's the beauty of cart flows. Let's just go ahead with it and import this flow. Let's call it development courses. So over here, our flow is ready. There's an opt-in page, there's a checkout page, and there's a thank you page. And over here, you can either view these pages directly. First, I'm going to show you how they look in the front end. I'm going to open all of them in new tabs to view. So this is the landing page.
Amazing.
Yeah. Right now, no product has been associated with it because we haven't done that. So we're supposed to associate a product with it, and then that product's preview is going to show over here. And then we've got this start the free course now button. And over here, we've got, we should have the product purchase button or product registration button. And this is the checkout page. And over here, you either give them the option to get the full version, or you also give them the option to just get the free version as well. It's up to them what they choose. And since we don't have a product associated with it right now, we don't see anything else, but I'm going to refresh it in a bit after associating a product with it, and you're going to see the difference it makes. And this is the thank you page. Since we haven't placed the order, it says order not found, but otherwise the WooCommerce thank you page generally is very generic, and it doesn't seem appealing. But in this one, you can have anything above the standard checkout text, you can have anything below it, you can have sidebar, you can direct them to your site wherever you want effectively with the right information, and help them with the onboarding after they've made the purchase, so that they feel like you weren't just after them for your money. You actually care for them after they've given you your money, their money, and then you want to handhold them, you want to guide them on how best to make a good return on that money by helping them utilize their purchase in an efficient way. So now, if we go back here and we edit this flow, or first go to the flow settings before we edit it. Over here, we have some basic information about the flow, analytics, and some custom script. And you can do a lot over here as well. But if we go back and to steps, actually. Sorry, I exited to the flow. I need to open the flow again. And if we go ahead and edit one of these steps, we start off with the first step. Over here, we can assign a product to this. And let's assign the, so this one has a free product option, and we don't have any free product created right now. So let's just go ahead and quickly create a free product. In WooCommerce, I've opened products. I'm going to very quickly add a new product. Let's call this one free courses. I'm not going to spend much time editing this product. I'm just going to quickly call it free courses. Or free access. Get access to all our free courses. Gonna publish it. Maybe add a featured image, at least add a product image, so that it actually displays in a presentable way on our Cartflow pages. We're gonna assign. Oops, what happened? Just quickly go back and do that again. I'm just going to pick any random image over here now. Yeah. And update. Then we're going to go and refresh this Cartflows flow step that we were taking a look at earlier. Now, once this product updates, we should have free access is now available over here, and we save the settings over here. So now this flow is associated with the free access product that we've created over here. Oh, we need to, set that product to virtual as well. And we just need to make sure it's virtual. because you can't give away physical products for free through Cartflows. It doesn't make sense to give physical products away for free anyway from a WooCommerce store. Now let's refresh it. And oh yes, so the reason we're seeing this is because we haven't configured WooCommerce settings that allow products to be purchased in the first place. So we need to do some basic WooCommerce configuration as well. And I think, Jonathan, it's a good idea to do that live in front of our audience as well in the next session, because they're going to
I think we're coming close to the hour. It's amazing where the time goes.
Oh,
so
yes.
I think we need to agree. So next week's going to be our final one in this series. So I think we need to cover how to configure the WooCommerce.
Yes.
Just redo a quick refresh about Cartflows just after we got configured the WooCommerce, and then probably we probably have to configure. We have to show people how you can customize, because we're going to be utilizing WooCommerce. That has a consequence when it comes to the student dashboard, how you merge the dashboard that WooCommerce provides, and how there's another plugin you can utilize. So you can add a section which deals with LearnDash, so you don't end up with two student dashboards.
Absolutely.
You end up, and I think that will probably it, because what also I was going to add was that we probably need to kind of see how we can integrate Fluent CRM with Cartflows, but I think that's going to be too much. But we just see it. We just see how it goes. I think what I've just outlined will probably take the hour up anyway. If we can squeeze in 10 minutes where we link the Cartflows with those two with that sequence of landing pages, and then show them how you can link that with Cartflows with Fluent CRM to send out a series of email. That would probably be useful, but we just have to But what I think we've shown here, folks, is the enormous power in utilizing about 4 or 5 plugins that will be at 1/5 the cost of other systems, which you get all part of the WP-Tonic platform. You get all that flexibility, plus you get all this functionality. It's just amazing, isn't it, Arun?
I completely agree.
We're going to see you next week, folks, for our final chapter of this winding river journey. We'll see you soon, folks. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.